There we go. Welcome, everybody, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the SCSRA National Series. Tonight, the Xfinity cars will be taking on the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval for 30 laps of racing action. I'm going to be your announcer for tonight, Atlee Lisa. I'm excited to call all the racing action here tonight on Intensity Broadcasting. Not only tonight are we going to be making left turns, but we are also going to be making some right turns too. Now, last week we were at No Limits, Texas, and we saw Zachary Cox get his first ever SCSRA win. He ended up leading the most. He ended up laps out of anyone. He led 51 out of the 100 laps. Or no, actually, he led 46 out of the 100 laps. Stephen Black led the most laps. He started in 9th. We saw Devin Butchino. He led one of the laps. He finished 2nd. Stephen Black led a race most 51 laps, but ended up falling short and finished in 3rd. Dylan Redding was 4th, and Joe Wright ended up finishing in 5th. Brian Newdy, Todd Mays. Todd Mays led 2 laps, and he ended up finishing in 7th. So those were your drivers who led laps and your top 5. Now, after 2 races, here's a look at the current standings. Right now, we see Colin Willems is leading the point standings, and he is 3 points ahead of 2nd place Brian Newdy. Devin Butchino is in 3rd. Todd Mays currently is in 4th. And then rounding out your top 5 right now, it is Stephen Black. So still a very, very tight race in the point standings right now, with Brian Newdy only being 3 points behind Colin Willems. And the track that we are racing at tonight is one of Brian Newdy's best. Now, before we talk about what's going on in practice right now, here's a look at the current team standings. We see on the top board, YXU Racing is leading the team standings. They're 33 points ahead of 2nd place Neon Racing. Then 3rd in the team standings, it's Maze Mafia Racing. 4th is Cyclone Racing, and then rounding out your top 5 is Intensity Racing. So, still, even though it is 33 points, that is still technically a very, very tight battle for this point standings lead, but it's going to be very, very difficult for Neon Racing to get by YXU in the team standings, because this is one of YXU Racing's best tracks. Now, right now in practice, we see the 3 main road course culprits are on in the top 3. Daniel Michel is leading. He ran a 1 minute 22 second lap time. Also running a 1 minute 22 second lap time is Cody Moore. Then in 3rd, running a 1 minute 23 lap time, that is Brian Newdy. 4th is Eddie Morris, and Devin Butchino is in 5th. And those 3 drivers, Daniel Michel, Cody Moore, and Brian Newdy, all 3 of them won every single road course race in the SCSRA Truck Series and Xfinity Series last season. So all 3 of them are going to be very, very difficult to beat tonight. I think the only way that these drivers are really going to be able to beat those 3 of Michel, Moore, and Newdy is going to be pit strategy. And with 30 laps of racing action, there will probably be some pit strategy. And here we go. Now it is time for qualifying. Drivers will get 2 laps to try to set their best possible lap time. We'll wait for there we go. We got Daniel Michel is heading out onto the track right now in that 26 In-N-Out Burger machine. Here's Michael Lawrence in the 47, Michael Rosenberger in the 3 machine. And we're going to look at the cockpit cam and kind of talk about the turns as we go through them. We see Drew Trader on YouTube says, Cody Moore, Colin Willems, and Will Witt are my heroes. Looks like we got a YXU Racing fan in the chat. All 3 of them will be racing in tonight's event. All 3 of them with a good chance to win. Especially watch out for Cody Moore. He is one of the best road course racers in this series. He is going to be one to watch out for. But thanks for tuning in, Drew. I hope one of those three, Cody Moore, Colin Williams, and Will Witt, can get the win for you. Here is Michael Lawrence heading through turns 3 and 4. There's Devin Bucchino heading through the chicane. Out onto the big track in turns 3 and 4. The key here always at these road courses is you need to be smooth. You need to hit your marks. There we see Bobby Mays heading into the heartburn turn. And then into this little, there we go. Now, this is a place where you can get a lot of 1Xs right here. And then we are on to, Jeffrey Belk. So far, so good. Now on to the big track for Jeffrey Belk. So far, so good for him. Nothing bad, no incidents. Now onto the back stretch. This chicane is going to be very, very tricky. Jeffrey Belk doing a good job through that chicane. Here's Will Witt heading on to the back stretch, getting ready to go through this chicane. Will Witt also very, very smooth through that chicane. And Daniel Michel with a scorching fast lap time of 1 minute, 22 seconds, and 3/10. That will put him on the top of the board. Then in second, it is Jeffrey Belk, who ran 1 minute, 24 seconds. So he is about 1 second behind, he's about 2 seconds behind Daniel Michel. Then in third, it's Devin Bucchino, who ran 1 minute, 24 seconds, 2/10, which will put him also almost 2 seconds behind Daniel Michel. So right now in qualifying, Daniel Michel is looking like the one to beat. Here's Eli Raposa going through one of the trickiest sections of the track right there. Very, very difficult spot to get a 1X there. And then coming up here, we've got this very, very difficult blind corner that these drivers are going to have to traverse through. Got Cody Moore now second on the board. He ran 1 minute, 22 seconds, and 3/10. He is only 200ths off of first place Daniel Michel. Cody is right there, and to think that is only his first lap. We got Brandon White currently sitting in third. He ran a 1 minute. Now we see Brian Nudie to third. 1 minute, 23 seconds, 1/10. That will put Nudie about 7/10 behind first place Daniel Michel. Here in qualifying, we're seeing the big three of the drivers in tonight's event. The big three of Michel, Moore, and Nudie. The three road course ringers, all 1, 2, 3 in qualifying so far. Will anybody able to get anywhere near them? So far, the driver that has gotten the closest is Brandon White in that 19. Another driver you're going to want to watch out for is Eddie Morris in that 8 machine. I know last week and this week, Eddie Morris has been on iRacing a lot, practicing for tonight's event. He was very, very fast in practice, sitting at 4th on the board. Definitely going to be one to watch here. And we see Cody Moore misses the chicane. That is going to hurt him. Here's Brian Nudie heading through 3 and 4, getting ready to complete his second lap. Let's see if he improves. Here's Dylan Redding heading through one of the hardest chicanes on the track. See a lot of drivers spinning, but he's able to make it through. Dylan gets to 18th. He ran a 1 minute, 31 second lap time, which will put him about 8 seconds behind the leader. Definitely not what Dylan wants. He's going to be looking to try to improve on his second lap. Here's Eddie Morris on the straightaway in this inside road course portion. Getting ready to head into the blind corner. Here's Joe Wright on the back stretch of the big oval, getting ready to head through the chicane. Let's see if he can hit. There's Josh Hall heading through the chicane. And Josh Hall actually gave me a map of the track, and he named all of the turns. So turn 1 he calls the heartburn turn, because that's what they call it in NASCAR. Then after that, there's a bit of a straightaway, and he calls that the Roto-Rooter straight, because if there's a spin or a wreck, it will get clogged up. And then we have the Nudie corner. He calls it that because it's the second turn, and Brian Nudie seems to always be finishing second. Then we have another little straight where you get a lot of 1X's there. Then we have the Can I Get a Black cleared straight. Then we've got the Stevie Wonder corner, since it is a blind corner. And then we have the Bustin' Beans chicane. And then the Why Am I Backwards chicane, because a lot of drivers spin there. So thank you to Josh Hall for giving me this wonderful map of the track. I'm going to probably using this a lot for reference all throughout tonight. And I told you, you got to watch out for Eddie Morris. He gets to 4th on the board. He ran 1 minute, 23 seconds, and 4/10, which will put him about a second off of Daniel Michel. If one of the big three isn't up front, it might be Eddie Morris, because he was very, very fast in practice. He's very, very fast here in qualifying, and he practiced a ton last week and this week. Definitely got to watch out for that 8 machine of Eddie Morris. Here's Sylvain Seguin in the 66 machine. Here he is heading through the chicane. But now here's Eddie Morris on the big track, heading through 3 and 4, getting ready to head into the, as Josh calls it, the Why Am I Backwards chicane. Hopefully he isn't backwards coming off this thing. Oh, Sylvain misses the corner, and that is going to hurt his lap time. Unfortunate there for Sylvain Seguin. He completely misses the end of that chicane. Goes over the turtle. But I can't even say anything because I am terrible at road course racing. I don't know very much about road course racing. I've never been to a road course race in my life. I've always just been into the oval racing, but road course racing has kind of shown itself as the future of the upper series of racing, including NASCAR. I mean, last season there was 7 road courses on the schedule. So if you're not good at road courses, you're going to have a very, very difficult time in NASCAR. And we do have some very, very good road course racers in this series. Again, Daniel Michel, Cody Moore, Brian Nudie are going to be the 3 drivers to watch. Those 3 combined won every single truck road course race last season and Xfinity Series road course race. And there we go. Qualifying is wrapping up. We are getting set now for the feature event. And let's take a look now at the starting lineup. Here we go. Start on the pole with a 1 minute 22 second lap time. It is the 26 machine of Daniel Michel. Then in second place, we have the YXU Racing machine of Cody Moore in that 52. Third is another YXU driver, Brian Nudie, in the 40 and third. Then fourth is Eddie Morris, and then rounding out your top 5, it's Brandon White in the 19. Then it's in 6th, we have Cyclo Racing's Jeffrey Belk in the 54. 7th is Neon Racing's Devin Butchino in the 68. 8th is YXU Racing's Colin Willems in the 17. 9th is DBC Sim Racing's Michael Rossenberger in the 3. And then around at your top 10, we have YXU Racing's Will Witt in the 35. Then 11th, we have Bobby Mays in the 5. 12th is Operator Racing's Michael White in the 09. 13th is Intensity Racing Team's Josh Hall in the 81. Neon Racing's Brian Merle Jr. will be in 14th. And then rounding out your top 15, it is Dave Wright. Then in 16th, we have 2 pedals, 1 clutches, Michael Provolt in the 95. Neon Racing's Derek Chaput is in 17th. 18th is Intensity Broadcasting Zone, Joe Wright in the 82. 19th is Nick Mather. And then 20th is 2 pedals, 1 clutches, Zachary Cox in the 51. Then in 21st, it's Dylan Redding. 22nd is Eli Raposa. 23rd is Cyclone Racing Sylvan Seguin. 24th is the Maze Mafia's Todd Mays. And then rounding out your top 25, it is Michael Lawrence. And then last but not least, it is the 6 of Mark Shavers. Looks like we have a shout out for last week's winner, Zachary Cox. We see Jonathan Ashton on Facebook says, "Let's go Cox." We see right now Zachary Cox is going to be starting in that 19th position. Didn't have the starting position that he wanted, but he has come from the back many times before, including last race. He wrecked on lap 1, had to restart in the back, and he ended up winning that race. So anything can happen for Zachary Cox tonight, even though he doesn't have the starting position that he wants. So here we go. Again, Daniel Michel starting on the bottom, Cody Moore starting on the top. I'm excited to see what happens here in turn number 1, the Heartburn turn. And before we go to this green flag racing action, we do want to thank the series sponsor, Dev's Sports Cards. Dev's Sports Cards was established in 2013 by SCSRA driver and Neon Racing team owner Devin Butchino. Dev's Sports Cards specializes in all your sports cards and gaming cards needs. From football, baseball, and basketball cards to Pokemon, Dev's Sports Cards sells it all. On their eBay store, you can find a wide variety of items, from high-end sports cards to their weekly 99-cent starting bid 7-day auctions. Don't have time to sell your own cards? Reach out to Devin and ask about his consignment services. Simply package them up, ship them out, and the best part, Devin will get them listed, sold, and then you get paid. Dev Sports Cards can be found on eBay, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And Dev Sports Cards is a proud sponsor of the SCSRA series and Intensity Broadcasting. So folks, go support a fellow SCSRA driver and go buy some sports cards or Pokemon cards from Dev Sports Cards. Here we go. I am so excited to see what happens here on turn 1, lap 1, especially up front. Gonna be watching this battle between Daniel Michel and Cody Moore. Both of them were very close to each other in qualifying. Pace car is in. There they come through the chicane. Out of the chicane, and green flag out here at the Roval. There we see leader Daniel Michel taking off. We see Cody Moore with a great start. He is going to lead the field into the Heartburn turn and into the Roto-Rooter straight. Here is Cody Moore heading into turn number 2. He is starting to extend that gap over Daniel Michel, but we are watching this battle for 5th between Jeffrey Belk. And oh, it looks like Colin Willems able to get by Jeffrey Belk for the 7th place spot. We see Michael Rosenberger right on the back bumper of Jeffrey Belk. This is his battle for 7th. And already the field getting very, very spread out right now. Currently Cody Moore with a 6/10 lead over 2nd place Daniel Michel. Let's see how Cody fares on the back stretch. We look back to this battle for 7th between Jeffrey Belk and Michael Rosenberger. We see Belk looking to try to make a pass here in the chicane. They're side by side. Rosenberger with the nose coming out of the chicane and into turns 3 and 4 on the big track. And And there we go. Michael Rosenberger is clear into the 7th place spot. Will Witt able to get by Jeffrey Belk and goes to 8th. And Cody Moore going to lead the first lap. He currently has a 4/10 lead over 2nd place Daniel Michel. We do have a battle going on for the 15th place spot between Joe Wright and Nick Mather. There we see Mather looking low as we head into the Heartburn turn. We see Joe Wright with the crossover looking back low under Mather. Man, they're beating and banging. Oh, we see Joe getting loose. Oh, and his brother Dave goes crashing into the wall, and Joe is stalled, and he hits Dylan Reddick. What in the world? Joe Wright. No wonder it is called the Roto-Rooter Straight, because Joe had that turn at the straightaway absolutely clogged. Man. Let's watch a wreckage rewind to that. That is a crazy turn of events right there. Let's see. So Joe and Mather, they were beating and banging, heading into on turn 2. And he just gets loose. And then he slides back up the track. See Derek Chaput able to make it through. And his brother Dave, to avoid missing it, he just goes plowing into that inside fence, damaging the front end of that 84 machine. And then Joe, he drives straight up the track. I don't know if he knew that some of the other drivers were coming, but he just drives right up into the 23 of Dylan Redding. Man, definitely unfortunate there for all of those drivers involved in that incident. Looks like everybody was able to stay on the lead lap, so... But definitely the driver that hurts the most is Joe Wright. He is limping onto pit lane right now. Man, hate to see it there for Joe Wright. Only 3 laps through this event, but we look now back to the lead with Cody Moore. He currently has the fastest lap time of the race with 1 minute, 22 seconds, and 0 tenths. But Daniel Michel still not too far behind. He is right in Cody's tire tracks, and if Cody makes one mistake, Daniel, he will be right there. We see a Trey U8856 on YouTube says, go 52, 17, and 35. Man, we have a lot of fans coming into the YouTube chat room for Cody Moore, Colin Williams, and Will Witt. So right now, Cody Moore, he is your leader. He has led this entire race so far. Even though he started in second, he got a great start. Colin Williams also having a good race. He's having a good top 10 run so far. He is currently in that 7th place spot, trying to reel in Michael Rosenberger for the 6th place spot. And then we have Will Witt, who is currently sitting in 8th. Also, Will Witt having a great race so far. He's trying to reel in his teammate Colin for the 7th place spot. So there's an update on all 3 of those drivers where they're at right now. Looks like Brandon White crashed. See what happened to him. Uh-oh, looks like there's an incident coming into the chicane. Looks like he was going to end up ramming straight into the back of Derek Chaput, but he slows up, slams on the brakes, and that's going to get that 19 upset. And it looks like he didn't get any damage. He is going to lose a spot. But definitely unfortunate there for Brandon White. Let's see what happened to Sylvain Seguin. Heading on to the can I get a black flag cleared straight. Just gets loose into the inside wall. And that is going to damage that front end for Sylvain Seguin. A lot of drivers having issues early on in tonight's event. Only 5 laps through this thing. Drew Trader says they run on a team with us in another league. Hashtag. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Well, I'm glad you were going to be able to watch them tonight here on Intensity Broadcasting, and I'm glad that you're able to watch Cody Moore having a great race so far. He has led this entire race so far, having a great race nobody has been able to get even close to him, as he's now got a 1 second lead over second place Daniel Michel. Again, Drew, glad Cody and the rest of the WAGSU drivers, all of them having a great run tonight. I think you might be a good luck charm. As soon as you started commenting in the chat, they're just performing well, so I think you may be a good luck charm for them, Drew. We see right now Michael Rosenberger looking low under Eddie Morris on the big tracks, turn 1 and 2. And there we go, we see Rosenberger able to get clear to the 4th place spot. Eddie Morris now will fall to 5th. There they go, heading through the last chicane. Michael Rosenberger, another driver to watch in tonight's event. He has been very, very fast tonight. He has the fastest lap time of 1 minute 23 seconds, which is actually a faster overall lap time than what Brian Nudie, the 3rd place drivers, ran. So definitely keep your eye out for that multicolored number 3 car. That's a really, really cool paint scheme. I definitely like that car. But yeah, watch out for Michael Rosenberger. Eddie Morris not too far behind, though, trying to take that 4th place spot back. Looks like Sylvan Seguin able to get by Todd Mays for 22nd. Here at these road course races, you really have to cover any battle that's happening, because there's normally not a ton happening. See Brandon White trying to reel in Brian Merle Jr. for the 13th place spot. Brandon White with a very, very rough race so far. He's lost 9 spots since the green flag drop, trying to make some of them back up. And there we go. We see Brandon White looking low under Brian Merle Jr. in turns 1 and 2. And as we head on to the back stretch, Brandon White able to get clear. We might see Merle try to get back by him in the chicane. Merle getting into his back bumper a little bit, but he can't quite get by him. So Brandon White's going to stay in that 13th place spot. We see Michael White trying to get by Zachary Cox for the 18th place spot. Zachary Cox actually coming up on Nick Mather for 17th. So we got a 3-car battle for 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. Zachary Cox might try to make a pass here in the chicane. Oh, we see Zachary Cox hitting that turtle. He gets under Mather as we head into the heartburn turn. Oh, they make contact. Both of them go around, and this is going to clog up the turn. Oh, nope, looks like Mather hits the inside wall. Nobody else hits them. That is good for Mather. Zachary Cox sitting still in the 17th place spot. Doesn't look like he got a ton of damage, but that is unfortunate there. We'll watch that again. So there we see Zachary Cox hits the turtle, and as we head into the heartburn turn, the two just make contact. Both of them get sideways, but luckily Cox hit the turtle, and that got him going back straight, but Mather didn't have that luxury, and he just went around. Now we look back to the lead. Daniel Michel reeling Cody Moore in for this lead. Right now he has the gap down to 3/10. Michel is actually gaining on Cody Moore fast. Let's see what he can do here. Michel is, he's gaining on him really, really fast. Michel might try to make a pass as we head into the chicane. Here we go into the chicane. Michel right there. Here he is hitting the turtle. Man, he is right up to the back bumper of Cody Moore. He's trying to look down low. We might see him try to make a pass as we head into the final chicane before the start-finish line. Gets a good run, gets right up to that back bumper. If Cody Moore makes any sort of mistake, it is going to be over for him. Now into the heartburn turn we go. Michel still trying to set up a pass. Looks like Cody Moore's extending that deficit a little bit. Not what Daniel Michel wants to see. Do look here to the battle for 15th between Brian Merle Jr. and Dave Wright. What a comeback for Dave Wright. Dave Wright went from wrecking into the inside wall. Now he doesn't even have a nose on his car, making a pass and about to get back into the top 15. What a story for Dave Wright. He's really made quite the comeback. What is Dave Wright going to try to do here? I know his car is probably a little bit slower than Brian just because he has that. Oh, looks like he is able to get under him as we head into the Heartburn turn. They are side by side. And he is able to get clear. Dave Wright now to the 15th place spot. We look at another battle. This is the battle for 12th between Josh Hall and Brandon White. There we go. We see Brandon White going by above Josh, and that will... Oh, and look at this. Green flag pit stops underway. Cody Moore trying the short pitting strategy. He is the first driver to come in. Question is, will we see his Wagsu Racing teammates coming behind him? Brian Nudie, Colin Willems, Will Witt. That is the question. So now this will give the lead to Daniel Michel. And oh, look at this. The first caution of the race is out. And actually, I believe this is the competition caution. So there was not a wreck. This is the competition caution. This is going to allow the field to get grouped back up. It's going to allow everybody to make some green flag or some pit stops. Looks like Cody Moore made the decision to come in right before that competition caution came out. He has fallen to 9th, but everybody ahead of him is going to have to pit, so he is just going to go back up to that first place spot. That was the question that everybody was wondering. Do you want to come in before the competition caution or during the competition caution? Looks like Cody Moore was the only driver that made the decision to come in before the competition caution. So looks like Daniel Michel does not come into the pits this time but he is not caught up to the pace car yet. So there we go. Michel caught up to the pace car. This will get the field group back up. And I believe we're going to be getting ready for some pit stops, which will definitely determine the lineup. So the question everybody's wondering is, what all is everybody going to do? Are you going to take fuel? Are you going to take tires? How many tires are you going to take? Are you going to just take right sides? That is the question that everybody is asking themselves. And I know the teams, they are coordinating everything. All the different teams, YXU, Neon, Maze Mafia, Cyclone, Intensity, Two Pedals, One Clutch, DBC, all of them are asking themselves those same questions. Now, right now, definitely the dominant team has been YXU Racing. Brian Nudie, Colin Willems, Will Witt, Cody Moore, all in the top 10. All of them having great races tonight. I know all of them are trying to coordinate something together, although Cody Moore looks like he is on a little bit of a different strategy than the rest of them are, because he came in right before that competition caution, but Nudie and Willems and Witt, they stayed out. So far, we've had a lot of drivers who have done well so far, and a lot of drivers that have really, really struggled. And one of those, I know, one of the drivers that have actually done really, really well have outraced their starting position. That is Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence in the 47. Cheeseburger started in the 25th spot, and he has made some smart passes, avoided any of the mess, and he has made his way up now to the 17th spot. Here we go, coming to pit stops now. We see Daniel Michel coming in. I'm pretty sure the whole field is going to come in except for Cody Moore. So we are going to watch this race on pit road. I think there's going to be some strategy coming into play on how many tires you want to take. Do you want to take fuel? Daniel Michel does have that advantage because he does have the closest pit stop to the finish line of the pits. 4 tires for Michel, 4 tires for Nudie. And there we go, Daniel Michel going to win the race off pit road. Then it's Brian Nudie. Then it's going to be Michael Rosenberger. Then it's going to be Devin Bucciano. Then it's going to be Eddie Morris. But remember, Cody Moore, since he came in right before the competition caution, he is going to be in the lead since everybody else had to pit. So Cody Moore back where he was for a lot of tonight's event. He's looking to try to hang on to this lead, so it's looking like right now the stint is about 9 laps. 9-10 laps. So I think that maybe we are going to see these drivers come in one more time. They're going to have to make one more green flag pit stop. So there's going to be a lot of strategy. When do you want to come in? Do you want to be one of the first ones to come in trying to short pit it? Or do you want to try to stay out as long as you possibly can? Try to trap as many drivers down a lap as you can. Those are the questions that all the drivers, that's all going through their mind right now. And again, the teams are going to be working together, talking with each other in the voice channels. We talked about one driver who has had a good race. Let's talk about one driver who has had a rough race, and that is Michael White. Michael White started in the 12th place spot, and he is just falling back. He's gotten to a couple incidents there. You see some damage on that Toyota Supra. He's just not had the race that he wanted. And I don't know, looks like, I don't know if he's gone down. Yeah, I think he's gone down a lap. So it's looking not too good for Michael White. But we'll see. We'll see if he can maybe make a comeback. Looks like we have Daniel Michel in the YouTube chat. He says, you can make it to the end here. Okay. I didn't know. Thank you for clarifying, Daniel. Okay. So looks like these drivers are just they're gonna race to the finish here. So lights on, the safety car are off. We're getting ready to go back green here. Cody Moore, and let's look at the top 5 as we restart. Cody Moore in first. Daniel Michel in second. Brian Nudie in third. Michael Rosenberger in fourth. Devin Bucciano in fifth. So far in tonight's event, it has been all Cody Moore. But will we see somebody like Daniel Michel or Brian Nudie try to fight for the lead? We'll see what happens on this next restart. Nudie and Michel both have been very, very fast tonight. And I'm telling you, another driver that you gotta watch out for is going to be Michael Rosenberger in that 3 machine. Let's see if he can make some noise on this next restart. Maybe fight for the 3rd or 2nd position. even if Rosenberger can't quite get to the lead and can't quite get by Cody Moore, I do think that 3 machine still has a chance of a podium finish here tonight, whether it is second or third or first, I don't know, but I do think Michael Rosenberger has a good chance of getting a podium finish here tonight. Again, watch out for the madness that is about to happen as we head into the heartburn turn. There's going to be a lot of drivers fanning out. Normally, in the NASCAR Cup race, that is normally where we see a lot of the incidents is on the starts and restarts on the heartburn turn. And also, we are going to be having a single file restart. Pace car is in. Here we go, coming to the green flag. Green flag back out here at the Roval. There we see Cody Moore taking off as we head into the heartburn turn. He has Daniel Michel right on his back bumper, trying to set up a pass. Looks like he's going to maybe try something here in the inside road course portion of the Roval. Right on the back bumper. Here we go through the straightaway. Got a battle for 7th going on. Will Witt right on the back bumper of Eddie Morris. Also, watch out for this. Bobby Mays trying to get by Michael Provost for the 9th place spot. Bobby Mays looking high, looking low, trying to set up the pass. Already, we've seen a couple drivers crash. Here's Dylan Redding as we headed into the heartburn turn. Ooh, tags that outside wall. And then gets loose. Luckily, nobody else gets hit. Let's see what happened to Sylvain Seguin. Here, looks like he also had issues heading into the heartburn turn. Oh, no, yeah, he gets loose in pretty much the same spot that Redding did. So, turn 2 of trouble spot for a lot of drivers so far. Got a battle for 10th going on. Brandon White looking low as we head into the heartburn turn. Couldn't quite get under Bobby Mays. See if he can maybe get by him in turn number 2. He cannot. Got 2 more drivers getting into wrecks. Let's see what happened. Looks like it's this. I think it might be the same spot that a lot of drivers. Yep, in 1. Turn number 1. Michael White and Zachary Cox pretty much spin in the same spot. Daniel Michel right on the back bumper of Cody Moore. This is for the race lead. Michel has been fast all race long. Moore has just been a teensy bit faster. Will this be the time, though, where we see Michel is able to get by Cody Moore? We see Bobby Mays still trying to get by Michael Provost for this 9th place spot. Here we go into turn number 2. Bobby Mays still right there, and we see Brandon White says, hey, I want to join the party as well. See Jeffrey Belk able to get by Brian Merle Jr. for the 13th place spot. And there we go. We see Brandon White able to get by Bobby Mays for the 9th place spot. We look back to the battle for the lead between Cody Moore and Daniel Michel. We see Michel trying to look low. We might see him trying to make a pass as we head onto the backstretch chicane. Michel. He can't quite get under Cody, but he is right there. Last time by, Daniel Michel was faster than Cody Moore. Michel getting into the back bumper of Cody a little bit. That is going to actually help Cody a little bit extend that deficit, and that's going to hurt Daniel Michel. It's like Todd Mays just crashed. Looks like it happened as he was heading into the backstretch chicane. Just gets loose while downshifting, looks like. But he was able to get it back going. Nobody else was involved. We see Jeffrey Belk looking to try to get by Dave Wright for this 11th place spot. Jeffrey Belk actually very, very fast right now, about a second faster than Dave, so he should be able to get by him pretty quickly. Might want to try to set up a pass as we in our blind corner. So we continue to watch this battle for the lead between Cody Moore, Daniel Michel. Let's see if maybe Daniel Michel can make something happen as we head into the heartburn turn. No, he cannot. That time by. Daniel Michel just a little bit faster than Cody still. Cody doing a good job, though, just being smooth, being consistent, and that might be enough to still hold off Daniel Michel. Michael Lawrence, Josh Hall, both of them trying to get by, and looks like Josh Hall trying to get under Lawrence as we head into the heartburn turn. Lawrence trying to get by Brian Merle Jr. Jeffrey Belk still trying to get by Dave Wright for 11th. Josh Hall right on the back bumper of Michael Cheeseburger Lawrence, trying to make something happen for this 16th place spot. Every position matters. There we see Josh Hall really cutting that corner. Again, gets right up to the back bumper. Looks low as we are on the big tracks, turn 1 and 2, and as we head onto the back stretch. Josh Hall able to get clear as we head onto the back stretch chicane. Michael Roval able to get by Colin Willems for 13th. Looks like Colin Willems crashed as we were heading into the backstretch chicane the lap before. Just gets loose there. I hate to see it for Willems as he was actually having a pretty good race, running in the top 10. I know both of our fans in the chat on YouTube definitely not happy about that one. Jeffrey Belk looking inside under Dave Wright as we head onto the back stretch in the inside road portion. He's able to get clear. Jeffrey Belk into the top 10 now. Dave Wright, though, not letting Jeffrey Belk get away. I think we're maybe going to see him try to make a pass as we head onto the backstretch chicane. Right with a big run. Gets right up to the back bumper of the 54. We continue to watch this battle for the lead between, see, Mark Shavers on YouTube says, who hopes 52 blows motor? Well, that, I know one driver who hopes that the 52 blows a motor is Daniel Michalis. He is currently sitting in second, but before that happens, Michelle might be able to get by the 52 machine, because Daniel Michelle, he's been very, very fast. He's been running a lot faster lap times than Cody Moore. It's a matter of time before we see that 26 skip by Cody. He gets right up to the back bumper, trying to make something happen as we head into the heartburn turn. Can't quite get there. Let's see if he can do something in turn number 2. Why aren't you racing tonight, Mark? It says you're in the session. You could be beating Cody Moore right now. You see Michael Rosenberger trying to get by Brian Nudie for the 3rd place spot. I told you, watch out for that 3 machine of Michael Rosenberger. He is... I got you. Well, luckily there's a bye week in this league. So, and you've only missed 1 race, so this week could just be your bye week. Hate that you got into it, Mark. And I also hate that there's not going to be any cautions tonight for the Marco's Pizza Wreckage Rewind, just because it's a road course. If this was a short track, you'd see the Marco's Pizza logo. I mean, there has been a lot of wrecks tonight, just no caution. If there were cautions, you'd see the logo plastered a lot tonight. We see Michael Rosenberger trying to get by Brian Nudie for this 3rd place spot. Yeah, I think this is going to be the only night that the Marco's Pizza logo is never going to get used unless we have if we have a caution-free race, but so far through our first 2 races, we have not had a caution-free race, so I don't know. Normally it's just the road courses because there's corner cautions. You never really have the wreckage rewind. Man. Well, I don't know. Before that happens, Daniel Michelle might be able to get by Cody. I mean, he is right on his back bumper every single lap. He has been running faster lap times. Here's a look at the cockpit cam of Daniel Michelle. Run that In-N-Out Burger scheme. Really cutting that corner as we head into turns 1 and 2 on the big track. Looks like he's losing Cody a little bit on this straightaway part. Getting a big run, though, as we head... Oh! Almost got it. Oh, no! Daniel Michel! Whoa! He almost lost it there. He is going to lose 3 seconds on Cody Moore. Let's watch that again. So Michel was about to run right into the back of Cody Moore, and I think he slams on the brake and like downshifts really fast, so he doesn't hit Cody, and he just gets loose. The car gets upset. Luckily, he is able to stay in second, but Cody now has a 4-second lead over second place Daniel Michel, and it's going to be very, very difficult. Even if Michel is running about a second faster than Cody, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to reel Cody back in. Nah, I think that was good what Michel did. He was being respectful. He didn't want to end Cody's night with 7 to go. He didn't want to pull a Jimmy Johnson and Martin Truex Jr. at the Roval. As a Martin Truex Jr. fan, being here just gives me bad memories. We got Colin Willems, Dave Wright right now, battling for this 9th place spot. I know Willems had crashed earlier, but looks like he has made his way back up into the top 10, so a little bit of a comeback for Colin Willems. And look at this, Michael Rosenberger still on the back bumper. Brian Udy coming up on a lap car. Will they use Mather as a pick? Rosenberger trying to get low, look low as we head into the heartburn turn. He can't quite get there. No, I will not elaborate, Mark. But we continue to watch this battle for third between Brian Udy and Michael Rosenberger. I don't know, Mark. Josh probably would. I probably won't. Maybe if we interview him, we'll have him elaborate in the interview. And but I don't know if he's gonna get a podium tonight. He's got Michael. Oh, Nudie pushes up a little bit on that corner. Michael Rosenberger looking to pounce. Waiting for Nudie to make a mistake like that one. Yeah, stay tuned, Mark, for the post-race interviews. I don't know, though. Michael Rosenberger right on the back bumper of Brian Nudie. Yeah, I know Michael, he is new to the league. And he had a good race last week at Texas. And oh, he's right there. There they go by a lap car. We see getting a little bit loose. We see Rosenberger trying to make a pass in the heartburn turn. Got 4 laps to go, folks. I just realized this race is going by fast. But yeah, I mean, Michael Rosenberger has definitely surprised tonight. He has shown that he is one of the road course ringers in this league. He has performed very, very well. He's been in the top 5 for a lot of tonight's event, even though he started in 9th. And he's just, man, he's had a very, very fast Xfinity car tonight. He's currently running about 0.2 faster than Nudie at the moment. Who is, I mean, that's something considering we're at a road course tonight. So, Michael Rosenberger surprising a lot of people tonight. Good to see him. It's good to see one of our new drivers up front in the field tonight. I know we do have a lot of new drivers this season. Michael Rosenberger, Jeffrey Belk, Eli Raposa, all of them new drivers. I know. Yeah, earlier we went over all the different names for the turns. We got Heartburn Turn 1, the Roto-Rooter Straight, because if somebody spins, it's going to get clogged. The Nudie Corner, which is turn number 2, since, you know, he always finishes second. Got the 1X City, because people always get 1X's there. Got the Can I Get a Black Cleared Straight, because people always are asking to get black flags cleared there. Then we have the Stevie Wonder Corner, since it's a blind corner. We have the Bustin' Bean Chicane, because during a Charlotte Roval race, Dustin Dean kept blowing the chicane. And then we have the Why Am I Backwards chicane, because people are always spinning on that chicane. So, and Josh Hall made this map for me that I'm reading all this stuff off of. So thank you so much, Josh Hall, for making this map. I love it. I absolutely love it. Thank you to Josh for doing that for me. You know, I wish he was in this race tonight so I could just, you know, I could scream his name. That's right. Dustin Dean! Yeah, it's looking pretty good for Cody Moore to get the win tonight. I mean, he's got a 12-second lead over second place Daniel Michel. Has ran a mistake-free race. He's just got to keep it clean, and, I mean, he should have the win here. That was a fun race. The Dustin Dean race was a very, very fun race. You can find all of the crazy moments like that on Intensity Broadcasting. All of our replays are saved on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, or YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So if you ever feel bored, have a lazy Saturday or something, go binge watch them. It's a good binge watching activity. Most of them are about an hour or 2 hours long, so it might take you a little bit to binge watch them all, but Mark Shaver, I don't know. Cody Moore, I don't think you get a black for him cutting that corner. So, final lap, Cody Moore absolutely dominated tonight's event. I know Daniel Michel a couple of times has been able to get to his back bumper, but Cody, he's been performing very well tonight. He's had a mistake-free race. He's definitely been the fastest car out on track, and it's looking like he is going to pick up his first win of the season, second win for YXU Racing. I know Cody Moore, definitely one of the best road course racers. We expected him to be up front tonight. And look at this. Look at this. Michael Rosenberger able to get by Brian Nudi, gets to the third place spot. Looks like he is going to get a podium finish here tonight. And Brian Nudi looks like he's going to end up finishing fourth. Sorry, Mark, no interview for you tonight. Uh-oh, we might have a battle going on for this second place spot between Michelle and Rosenberger. Rosenberger right there. He's going to the high side. Here we go, coming into the YMI backward chicane, side by side. Oh, they made contact. Oh, and Daniel Michelle is going to limp across the line at second. Michael Rosenberger takes third. And that is going to do it for tonight's event. Cody Moore is your winner. What a finish. Let's rewatch that again. Very reminiscent of 2018 Charlotte Roval, Jimmy Johnson, Mark Truex Jr. They were side by side coming through this chicane. We saw Rosenberger tried to get Michelle loose, but it actually just ended up getting him loose. And then we see Michelle stalls on the front stretch, and I thought Rosenberger was maybe going to get by him. But there you have it. Cody Moore, winner of tonight's event. He's driving through this whole course again, trying to get to the front stretch. We see at Rayu8856 says, good win, Cody. Yeah, I mean, Cody did everything right here tonight. Had a mistake-free race, was just fast all race long. And we know, I mean, Cody, one of the best road course racers in this league. He's kind of cemented himself as one, and he showed it tonight. I mean, last season he won Road America, Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, and he's going to add another road course onto his list with the Roval. We are going to have one more road course this season. It's going to be Sonoma with the Chute. So Cody Moore is going to be looking to try to get 2 in a row for road courses at Sonoma when we get to that. I'm trying to see, when will that be? That will be May 25th. So mark your calendars for May 25th. That is going to be about almost a month from now. About 5 days from being a month from now is the next road course race. So if you enjoyed tonight's road course race, mark your calendar for that. There we go. Cody Moore just burning it down here. And it is now time for the post-race interviews. We see Cassie Williams on Facebook says, nice race, Colin. Colin, he did actually have a very, very good race. He ended up finishing 9th. Had to come back from an incident that really lost him some track position. Yeah, good race for Colin Williams tonight. No, I will not be asking Cody. So there we go. We have our third place finisher, Michael Rosenberger, in the booth from Deep Creek Lake, Maryland. Here we go. Michael, this is Atlee in the broadcasting room. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Awesome. Wow. What a great run for you tonight. I know this is only your second race in the SCSRA Xfinity Series, and you had a great run tonight. Really, you were up there with some of the road course ringers of the league. I know you started in the 9th place spot. We really didn't say your name too much until you got up. You're battling with Eddie Morris for the 4th place spot, and you were able to get by him. And you were able to stay in the top 5 coming off of the Battle of Pit Road during that caution, and you were behind Nudie for a long stretch there. You were running faster than him, and then you were able to get by him to that third place spot. Nudie, one of the best road course racers in the league. It's very impressive that you were able to get by him. And then we saw that crazy battle for the second place finish, almost reminiscent of 2018 Charlotte Roval in NASCAR. You and Michelle were beating and banging coming off the final chicane as we headed onto the front stretch. We saw you got a little bit squirrely hitting the turtle, and you ended up staying in that third place spot. I mean, great race for you. What was your take on tonight's event?
Oh man, yeah, you pretty much summed it up. It was just excitement after excitement. I kept yo-yoing with Canudi there. I honestly just didn't think I was going to catch him, and caught him. And then I was moving up, and I didn't realize that Daniel was right there. I didn't realize he was that close in second place, and I was like, oh my God, I have a chance for second place. And I hope he heard me. I apologize for banging into him there at the last chicane, but I got a little adrenaline pumping, and I was going for second. So congrats off to everybody tonight. That was the road course is fun, and it's hard, and respect to everybody that can do this.
Yeah, I know a lot of drivers in this league struggle at these road courses, but we have a core group of drivers, Cody Moore, Daniel Michelle, Brian Newey, that are good at road courses, and looks like you've added your name to the list. I mean, what is the secret to these road courses?
Really just take, the ovals, you have the pedal down the whole time. And I would think the biggest difference is, well, most of the time, and the biggest difference on these road courses, these cars, you can't run it with the throttle open on this course. You got to take it easy. You got to let off the gas. You got to use the brake. You just got to take it easy and almost tiptoe away around. It's almost like slower is faster.
Gotcha. Well, before we let you go, is there any sponsors or shout-outs you'd like to thank for your podium?
Oh yeah, my teammates, Wes Frank Norman, he's not here tonight. Dedicate the third place one to him. What's up, Wes? Hope you're feeling better. We got Eli Raposa, David Hartney, the whole DBC clothing team, W Energy, and you guys for broadcasting, and Nudie, all you guys for making it happen, and all the guys that show up. It's fun, good group of guys to race with.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on the podium finish here tonight. Your first podium here in the SCSRA National Series. Have a great rest of your night, Michael.
All right, Atlee, thanks. Feels good.
I know. I mean, I've been here before. I mean, you had a great race tonight. All right, let's now pull in your second place finisher, Daniel Michelle, except for we do not have him in the waiting room. All right, looks like we don't have Daniel Michelle in the waiting room, so looks like we're just going to pull in your winner, Cody Moore. Cody, this is Atlee in the broadcasting room. Do you have a copy?
Atlee, I gotcha.
Wow. First win of the new season. And, man, it's at a road course, and I know you were one of the road course ringers in this league, and you definitely proved it here tonight at the Roval. I mean, what a great race for you. I know you started in second, but on that start, you were able to get a good start and got by Michelle as we headed into the Heartburn turn, and after that, you led it from there. You kept great pace, were able to stay ahead of Michelle for a lot of the race. I know he was on your back bumper for a little bit, but you were able to stay ahead of him. You were consistent, and then we saw he almost got into the back bumper of you heading into one of the chicanes and got a little bit loose, and that really just hurt him, and you were able to keep that lead for the rest of the race, and nobody really got close to you. This is your third road course win in the SCSRA National Series. I know you got one at Road America, got one at Mid-Ohio, and now you're going to add the Roval to your list. I mean, how does it feel?
It feels good. I'm glad I got a win, got that out of the way, so I'm locked into the playoffs. I was a little nervous where that was going to come, if I was going to get one. But yeah, the race, it kind of went the way I expected. Daniel was really fast. I kind of messed up on the final corner of my qualifying run, and I think I missed it by 200ths. But that first stint, Daniel, I kind of burned my stuff up, I think, a little bit fast, so I backed off. And then that second stint, I kind of learned from that, and I just sort of just let him hang with me. I wasn't really driving too hard, but he was making me really nervous going into that chicane because he was braking hard and kind of blowing that chicane every time. So I'm glad he didn't hit me. I appreciate him not hitting me. Sorry if, for the misfortune he had, but I'm glad it worked out and I got the win.
Now, you're always so good at these road courses wherever we go. I mean, you're always so good at them. I mean, what's the trick?
I think it's just slower is faster. I think people try to just do too much, and it's really, I'm rarely ever on the throttle more than 25, 50%. I'm never on the brakes much more than that either. It's a lot of just off throttle time, letting the car roll, kind of dragging the brakes. But it doesn't really make any sense because on road courses and sports cars, I'm average at best, and for some reason on stock cars, I'm just a little bit better at road courses. I don't really know why that is. I mean, I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful we run road courses. I know they're not everyone's favorite, but yeah, I'm like I said, I'm ecstatic with the win, and I'm glad I get into the playoffs now.
Yeah, no, I talked to Michael Rosenberger, third place finisher, and he said pretty much the exact same thing, slow is fast, and yeah, that looked like it was the key here tonight. And before I let you go, Cody, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Of course. I'd like to start off by thanking my beautiful wife, Maggie, my 2 kids, our 2 new Huskies for letting us do this, Papa Moore watching at home, Grandma Hagerman, of course. Always have to give a shout out to her. All the fans watching at home. I know it's no bot squad, but I think I have some fans. I got to thank Devin Bacino for showing me that quitters can be winners. Brian Nudie for running this awesome league. He does a great job. He puts a lot of effort into it. We really appreciate all he does. Colin Willems for building the dynasty that is YXU Racing. All my teammates, Will Witt, Nick Mather, Brian Nudie, everyone over there. Let's see here. Mad props to the field for being better and better every race. I feel like every time we come here, it's more and more competitive. Special shout out to Eddie Morris. The dude put time in, and the improvement was crazy. That was really impressive. So mad props to Eddie. Dustin Dean sucks. Dean McClure for introducing me to all these awesome people and then leaving. Everyone at Intensity Broadcasting for putting on these awesome broadcasts. Special shout out to my team Transcendent folks. Peter Cordes, shout out, and I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but yeah, I think I'll leave it there, Atlee, and I'll just finish off with thank you for doing this every Wednesday night. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. I know I normally am not a big fan of announcing the road course races, but this was actually really, really entertaining, and I enjoyed watching it tonight. I don't know if it's just the Roval and the track, but I really, really liked the Roval. It was fun to watch, and man, you did a great job tonight. So again, congratulations on the win tonight, Cody. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, Atlee. You too.
Yep, thank you. Just like we couldn't get Daniel Michel in the waiting room, so we're just going to end the stream tonight, and I just want to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the broadcast. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook and 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure to visit us on Twitter, and we're currently at 80 followers. We're trying to get to 100, so visit us on there. Always drop polls, always interact with our viewers, so check us out on Twitter. Intensity Broad 1 is the tag that you can find us at, and then also visit our web store, intensitybroadcasting.com. There you can find shirts, hats, mugs, mouse pads, stickers, photo paper, posters from your favorite league and all the amazing broadcasters. And also, one more time, thank you to Devs Sports Cards for sponsoring the SCSRA National Series. Make sure to go support a sponsor of the league by visiting Devs Sports Cards on eBay and go get you some sports cards. I'm Atlee Atman Weast on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.